lobby. I don't wanna change you, I just wanna change the situation. You got me beat, you got receipts and written statements. Got niggas off they seats for a standing ovation. Such an awkward arrangement. I wonder where the days went, cause that shit was 50-50 how the days been. Damn, all that, just to throw it in the waistband. You talking about what? And I didn't even say shit. The highs are out this world, but the lows are in the basement, but...
Hey y'all, so today we're gonna be reacting to the Black Magic video speaking on sugar addiction and soy, and we're gonna see what they got to say.
Alright, let's get to the video.
This is tied into that, Mama Pill. Somebody wants to know, how do you treat sugar addiction? It's a big problem in our community. Before you say that, I seen this clip last year. There was this clip that going viral of this late black lady making yams. She had a big bag of sugar. You see that, Blue? And she was just like, yo, I was like, that looked so disgusting.
I shared it. She was from Philly, and her people hit me up, and they was like, "Don't judge her. You know, you should talk to her instead." I was like, "I just posted the video. She dumping dominoes in that joint like it's running out of style." And I'm like, "She got triple elbows. What you think that's about?"
Triple
elbows. The bag was this big.
She helps the community. I'm like, for real. She's spiking the diabetes count in that community, but she's helping.
I know.
Because she's giving poison away. It's like...
All right. So listen,
sugar.
I used to have a serious sugar addiction. Like I started working on it successfully in 1981 when I met Sabi. I was still addicted to sugar, and you know, Sabi used to be talking and teaching all the time, and he addressed those things. Like, he used to say how we have the nerve to talk about our brothers and sisters in our community that are addicted to heroin, when we're addicted to white sugar, and that's a drug just like heroin, and it's just as detrimental, but it's a slower process. And I was like, what did he say? I had never heard that before. And then until I decided I was gonna stop using it, and then I saw how addicted I was. Yeah, but we can wean ourselves off of all drugs, whether it be a food drug or a pharmaceutical drug. You can wean yourself off. It's a process. But when you wean yourself, you have to comprehend that all these things break down to chemicals in the body, and they really break down to molecules. So when you are working on weaning yourself from these chemical molecules, you have to flush them out of the body, because if they're lodged anywhere in the body and they start recirculating in the bloodstream, you're going to start craving again. Yeah, so that's why it's important.
So yeah, y'all, they say drugs like weed and shrooms, any psychedelic drugs, they say those are the real bad drugs and those are bad for you. But the real bad drugs are the sugars they give you, the foods they give you at the stores, whether it's been bread or the eggs or chicken or just anything they give you at the store. Also, pharmaceutical drugs are way worse than any weed or any psychedelic drug you could ever do. So those are the real drugs, and those are the drugs that are killing us. The sugars that they're giving you, those are very addictive. And also, the pharmaceutical drugs are worse than any weed or any psychedelic drug you could ever do. Those would kill you very slowly. You might not feel it now. You might not feel it within a couple months or years, but 10, 15, 20 years down the line, it will kill you. It will catch right back up to you.
Not only that, I think that's probably the importance of like detoxing and stuff. So like she said, she took a break, and that's when she realized, like, oh dang, I really am addicted to this stuff.
Yeah.
So just making sure that you kind of
try to balance it.
Yeah,
you can try to balance it. Like, we're not saying don't ever
consume
it.
Yeah,
because go out and
how
eat these sugary things.
It.
Yeah. As long as you're making sure you're working out and making sure you're eating right more than you're eating bad.
Just doing like a weekly detox. Like, I know somebody that does, like, on Sundays, they just fast on Sundays. So their body, like, resets, and all they do is drink water and tea and stuff. And then Monday they'll eat again. So Just little things like that help your body kind of get into motion and reset.
That you're constantly cleaning your blood. You're constantly taking the bitters because you have to make sure all your filtering organs are not holding these molecules. Your liver, your spleen, your kidneys, your adrenals. They have to be constantly cleansed of these molecules. And then you can successfully wean off of these addictive chemicals. You can do it. It's been done. Millions of people have successfully done it, including myself, because my palate now for sweet is very balanced. Like super sugary sweet, I'm like, oh my goodness, no. Or if I drink something, like there's a brother in the community here in Atlanta, he makes these wonderful herbal drinks, and I was at an event. And he serves them, right? You know, he serves them so you could have like a taste tester. So when he was standing there telling us it was about 15 herbs in the drink, and I was saying, oh, that's gonna taste horrible. But when I tasted it, it tastes good. But it was sweet. And I said to myself, there's only one source of sweetness that tastes like this, and it's sugar. So I'm gonna ask him what he's sweetening it with. Because I know it's sugar. So I asked him, and he said, organic brown sugar. But I'm still saying,
it's the same thing.
Like, I know when I'm tasting sugar cane.
Yeah.
Whether it's processed white or whether they don't bleach it and it's still brown, it's still sugar cane. I know sugar cane when I...
What you think about the sugar from fruits, Mama Pill?
Well, that's totally different.
Totally different.
That's totally different.
That's natural sugar.
Sugar, what they call sugar from fruits is, first of all, when you eat it, it's slow. It has a slow metabolism. It slowly metabolizes in the body. It's not like processed sugar where you get a rush.
Yeah.
Sugar rush.
And then you drop.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't work like that.
Right,
Chemically, the way it's structured chemically, as far as its molecular structure, the way it breaks down in this process, it's like this. It's like this. It's no peak and then dips.
Is sugar really one molecule away from being cocaine? I heard a couple of people say that.
Some people say that. It's like people say nutritional yeast is one molecule away from being monosodium glutamate. I mean, when you know the biochemistry,
soy is one molecule away from plastic.
Dang.
We dropping some gems tonight, y'all.
So let me say this one last thing too about what's happening on the inside of people. So we're looking at these people out here in the street, and we're seeing them do all of these diabolical, horrific things, and we're wondering, wow, the person looks like a person, but how can somebody do something like that? What's going on inside? I remember hearing Blue say how people are plastic. They're plastic on the inside, right? And that's literally true, because the food industry...
You are what you eat.
When they first created supermarkets, right, they were making homemade products that had a shorter shelf life when people were making them at home out of the kitchen. But when they decided they were going to try shelving these items in a supermarket where people could come, what they found out, especially let's just say crackers, for instance, right, and bread, they found out when they would create a recipe, generally they got from some woman, right, who was doing it for decades at home. When they industrialized it, they would make a cracker, put it in a box. What they found out is that the cracker would start decomposing, and then worms and all those kind of things would be in the product. And they couldn't have that, maggots and all this kind of stuff, right? Because the thing would start breaking down. Yes. What they found out is if they raised the temperature of the oil, whatever oil they were using in the recipe, that 500 degrees or higher would turn the oil into what would be equivalent to plastic. And then the cracker could sit on the shelf for a whole year without breaking down and creating bugs
And
Oh,
we're
wow.
we're eating that, and we're putting that
I did
into
not know
our
that.
body. Yeah, we're putting all that into our body. That's not meant to be there at all. That's why sometimes you start to become sick, or maybe down the line you'll be sick, and whether it has to be heart issues or some type of inner issue that comes from all the years of eating bad things.
So you eat that, right? And if you understand anatomy and physiology and how the body regrows itself, you know that you have something called membrane on the inside of your body. That's just internal skin. That's like what coats all the linings of your blood vessels, your lymphatic vessels, the walls of your colon. That's skin. That's called membrane. Guess what it uses in order to sort of regrow itself?
What?
Fats. Like they call it lipids, right? So if you're putting in plastic fat, the body's gonna use that to make your membranes.
Wow.
It's gonna use that to make it's gonna use that to make the walls of your cells. So your cell winds up being like a Ziploc bag. So nothing can get in and nothing can get out.
Yo.
Dang.
Jesus Christ.
That's kind of crazy.
I know.
Wow.
Stuff like I was saying earlier, that stuff that we're putting in our bodies, those are the real drugs, and those are the things we have to try to balance in our lives, because we shouldn't be intaking those all the time. We gotta make sure we try to grow our own fruits, vegetables, make our own food, try to make everything homemade, because they obviously want you to be sick, or they wouldn't be cloning foods and making foods that will have you end up sick. You go to the hospital, then they give you pharmaceutical drugs, and it makes you even more sick, and they're just getting more money out of you, and they're just draining you until you die.
Some people are in certain situations where you can't really control what you eat, but if that's the case, then try to like find ways where you could balance that, whether you're, instead of eating, I guess, bread or something, try to find something like a little more healthier than that. Maybe like a fruit or a vegetable. In between snacks, like try to consume more like fruits and vegetables for snacking. Just things like that, you could switch it up. So
And try to just work out.
yeah,
if
and if it's hard for you to do that, then just try to at least maintain a good like exercise.
Whether it's just going walking or just doing something active, you know.
So you could like kind of not, that doesn't really flush it out of your system, but
you could at least try to sweat
helps,
it out. Yes.
get that out as well. So yeah.
So yeah, make sure y'all stay away from these drugs, and try to live.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, try to. Your body is the temple, so you gotta take care of it so you can live a long life. But all right, y'all, let us know down in the comment section if y'all like the video. Let us know if you want more videos like this.
And then also let us know what videos you guys are interested in and what videos you guys like more that we make. And we'll try to push those out to you guys when we can. But yeah.
All right, y'all. Peace.